What is going on, guys? We're in the middle of talking, sorry, but I just want to get this Sentai Longsword on video. He doesn't know I started recording. I gotta see it. I've farmed here hundreds of hours in my life. I have never seen one actually on. My pet's gonna die because I was too excited. I gotta fear this thing. Alright, I need to turn him up too because I can't hear him.
Dude, this pet is like not even doing anything. It's just kind of...
Let's just kill him.
Yep. Alright, ready? Here I go. I'm gonna tell him to go right here and go back up.
Yeah, because my pet's like, my pet has like 10% life, so he's gonna die. Like, I don't know, too excited about the sword or something.
Alright, well then. How about
Yep, just break him. Just break him. I'll snare him and do everything.
Jesus. Oh, that other guy's coming. Alright, this guy's slow.
You can mez that other guy.
Yep. Oh, why are you so much faster than your friend? I'm worried that this one is also a caster because it's the same.
It probably is. You need a Dator or whatever it is. D-A-T-O-R. There's shitloads of them. We'll eventually run into one and then grab it. We actually just killed one, but it had the sword on it, so we had to kill it. This one also has a... No, these are your weapons. I'm stupid.
I'm heading to a long mess here real quick. Where's my spell bar?
I need to use bigger dots. I wasn't prepared to turn on the recording. I just wanted to get that sword in there.
Bad.
Pretty dang cool.
Forgot I need to
Let's loot it. Before somebody else does.
run up a bit. Whoa, I'm dotted. That's what's going on. I'm dotted. Kinda need to heal, I'm sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, so once we get settled, I'll just be fearing stuff so it won't cast anything. What do I have on him? Let's put my epic on him. Whoops. Oh, that's fine. Here comes that one.
Glad I got that.
The other guy's joining in for some... Oh, is that your pet? What is that? Oh, okay. You can tell because the name is green. That's a thing. All right, now you can get your weapons.
I have 2 sets of weapons.
Yeah. So I've been using my snare on my epic a lot, even though it's a long cast, because it's free and it feels good.
Coming free here.
So we are in Akeva Ruins, by the way. And we're just doing a little duoing here. Now that we're settled, now that we got in. And we saw that guy and I had to pull him immediately.
Oh my god.
Snare him again. Your pet broke?
Yeah.
Okay, you need a heal from me. Got it. Let me get it out. Sorry, there's so much shit going on that I can't even talk. I'm not playing very well. Hopefully these are still passive, I guess. See, I can't like talk, think, for some reason do everything and then listen to what he's saying at the same time. But this is what we're going to be doing for like a little while. Is just kind of fearing around here in Akeva Ruins. If you look here, there's a raid boss back here. And the little shards for the key drop like right over here off some golems. But we're going to do this for a little while, get a little more comfortable, and then maybe when things get a little more comfortable, I'll unpause it there. All right, we are back. We are now solo. How crazy, a Sentai Longsword though, right? That was cool. So we had some great adventures. We'll talk a little bit about that. Unfortunately, I just never felt like I got super comfortable to record more of that, but You know, it is what it is. Sandra did, however, record some of that. What we ended up further doing, we ended up getting into a group. There was a Beast Lord here. And what else I want to throw in? Oh, yeah. There was a Beast Lord here, and he ended up joining up with us. And then maybe that was at the tail end of that first part. And then we took that and went deep in. Well, if we look at the map here, let's see. You can't see the map very well because I don't, here we go. Sorry. I don't use like the background of the map. But where are we? We're down here. So we went just straight up. Right over here on the left is where there's some rock dudes, and they drop the shard that you need. Wow, these guys have a ton of life. Huh. Something I didn't notice, probably because I was in a group. These do have a ton of life, though. Holy smokes. We got everything on them? Let's put an E-bolt on them. What did we put on them? Okay. Yeah, we're just missing our E-bolt. That'll speed things up. Also, let me just make sure my pet has haste. Likely doesn't, because I was setting up to start recording. And that'll fix everything up right there. All right. So, we're just going to fear kite in here. I like this place. Firstly, let's just set it up. Now that I'm outside of a group, I like this place because we got big long halls, and you can just fear up and down the halls. It's pretty good, especially when you're just in here by yourself. Let's see how many people are in here. There is only... I am literally the only person... Oh, shit. I didn't dot him enough and have my pet hasted probably, so my snare ran out there. But anyways, we're good to go. I'm literally the only person here. That seems kind of crazy. So when these guys do have weapons on, you can see it in their hand. So that's something to, keep in mind. On another server, in another time, I used to come in here and invis and run around looking to see if any spawned with a weapon that I can take from them. But anyway, so we grouped with the Beast Lord. We decided to go down that hall. We weren't really, bro. Our intention wasn't really to get a shard or anything like that, but it just kind of ended up turning into that. Like, why not while we're already here? Let's get the pet in. You guys are a little bit fast, even with the snare. And let's go with the E-bolt and call it a day. These guys, I will say, they do have quite a bit of life. It's fine for a Necro. I don't know how much success that you'll have here on other classes. They actually seem pretty beefy. In fact, in the other video that we did in Sanctus Saru, it did seem like they have less life in there, which is actually quite surprising. Now, a shard also drops in Sanctus Saru, so I need to go back there and try to get that one. So we ended up all getting shards. I believe Sendrith did not get a shard. He wasn't that interested in it, but I told him we can always come back and we'll get him a shard. They were dropping... Ooh. They were dropping pretty frequently. So it should be no problem getting him a shard. How far is this guy going to go down, do we think? Wow, it ran out still. Okay, so we got a bit of an issue here. So let's get this guy. We're going to juke this guy. He appears to be... I don't know. Well, let's start getting him loaded up as well. It's nothing we can't handle here. Let's just focus in for a bit because we've had just a chain reaction of mobs here. Let's get these guys down. Let's get Splurt going. Oh, let's get him feared. He chunked my pet there. I think he nuked him or something. I'm gonna keep that guy under wraps for now. Do I not have my leech on? Let's get the leech going. Now, okay, good. So the other guy broke here. Oh, he is casting on me. Let's go ahead and let's get this guy feared. Because he's, yep. He's nuking me. No bueno. And then let's go ahead and just get a snare going on this other guy so we can get him dotted up and ready to go. Throw the pet in there. Let's take taunt off a pet. Did I do that yet? I didn't. This guy should be good and pissed at me. And an E-bolt. We'll call it a day. Alright, there was a lot going on there. Let's take a seat. Okay. So, we ended up going down there. We got some shards. The Sendrith didn't get one. We're gonna get him one though. And we ended up meeting up with Tom. Tom came on his monk, but just before Tom got there, we had an epic battle with. It's like there's a couple of these big rock dudes in there you do not want to pull. They're called like Rumbler, and they have over a 100k, basically 100k life. Absolutely nuts. That's really crazy. It was this long epic battle. We got ads throughout the battle, and Sendrith was mezzing stuff left and right, and it was crazy. Like, you know, we were able to snare him, but you can't really do anything else. And I just had him fully loaded with dots. Like all the dots I'm using now, I just kept reapplying those dots. The Beast Lord was on him with his pet, and he had him slowed, and I was trying to kite him around, but you can't really kite him because he's high enough level, he summons. So I can't really have aggro, so I'm having to drop aggro, like if it gets too hairy. We did have 3 pets on him, because Sendrith had a pet, the Beast Lord naturally, and myself, so we had 3 pets on him. So if a pet had aggro, that helped out, but he's even though he's slowed, he would destroy the pets. So we had to pull our pets off as for them not to die. By the end of the fight, I think Sendrith's pet was the only one left. Like our other pets, I think the Beast Lord resummoned his pet mid-fight. And, you know, we still... Is there one back here? Let's grab that guy. Hello. Hello. Okay. I guess he doesn't care that I'm this close to him. So, yeah, he resummoned his pet, and I think it died a second time. There's traps all throughout here, like these little white stones right here. Maybe not those exact ones, but these little white stones right here, if you step on them, certain ones, it will spawn a couple of mobs that are high enough level to summon you. It gets a little crazy. You got to know kind of like where you're going and all that stuff. All right. This guy, on the other hand, I should probably... Let's get a leech going. And then this guy is a Sentai Dator, I guess. I don't know what you want to call him. I don't know that word. So we'll say Dator. And there's like 4 different types of them. If you look up on PQDI, they all are called the same thing, but they come in like 4 different classes. So you don't know what class you're going to get. Maybe you do, depending on like what area you're in or something along those lines. But straight out the gate, you don't know what you're going to get. I don't know if I'm going to get this off in time. Let's see. Oh, yeah. He keeps getting stunned. That's good. Spell was interrupted. Excellent. Well, we're certainly not going to get it off this time, right? You're going to get a clutch stun in there, buddy? Going to get a stun in there, pal? You did? Wow. Check that out. He was almost going to die anyways. Whatever. So that was wild. That was, and then it dropped nothing, by the way. Spoiler alert. I guess maybe I shouldn't have said that. You could watch this epic battle go down. I believe Sendrith got it on record. So he recorded most of that part of the session. So be sure to go over to Sendrith's channel and check that out. Because we had a nice little session there. And then Tom arrived and we had 4 people. And then a shaman showed up. And so we had a shaman as well. And then the Beast Lord left. Okay, so this one is a caster. So when he shows his face, we're going to fear this guy like pretty much straight away. We'll actually send the pet in first. So the pet has aggro. Maybe takes a spell. Maybe not. He's casting. Interrupt it. There we go. Get another leech going because we're kind of behind on the life leeches. Let's get a splurt. Oh, that wore out pretty quickly there. So let's fear him again so he doesn't cast on me. And then I'm just going to run down to the end of the hallway so he's not in range to cast on me. Oh, we have an ad. Okay. Wonder if I can get a dooming... Oh, he's a caster as well. Excellent. What do you put on me? I don't know. It doesn't say I resisted anything. But he is a caster again, so we got to keep this guy. We should keep him feared as well. And let's go ahead and put another... I'll put my other snare on him, my epic. It's free. It does more damage than the quick snare that I'm using. It has a much longer cast time, but it does more damage, and we'll reapply it so it'll last longer. What are we missing? Life leech. Throw a life leech on this guy. Oh, shit. They get out of their fears pretty quickly. They don't seem to resist much, so I don't know if their resistances are high, but they... The spell shield absorbed... So they got spell shields on. I see that in the chat. Anyways, as you can see here, my XP, I'm at 100% XP. So I have my alternate advance XP at 100%. And I am up to... We did get the 6. So... Oh, it doesn't say Baron in front of my name anymore. I was actually wondering how to turn that on or off. I actually don't know. But it's been saying Baron Classic, but it's gone now. So, I actually, if you know how, let me know down in the comments. I have no idea how to turn on or off the title. Anyways, I got the 3 run speed, which is like it's a hair under J boots. Just a hair. There's a hair you almost can't tell. You're running with the 3 points in speed, and then you turn on J boots, and you can just barely tell that you're going a little faster, and then you can click them off, and you can kind of just tell by looking at the wall and seeing like the texture change a little bit. So the J boots are just a hair. You're almost as fast as J boots. It feels really good. And then we got the regeneration, like I mentioned. So we did get those 2, and that's all I'm at right now. I'm only in 6 points. You can see that here. Ooh, I do have an AA point, but we're working on another one. I'm going to go probably to Mental Clarity. These in Archetype, they all take 2, but we have some good ones in here. So, reducing the chance to fizzle, or, don't fizzle. Is this the don't fizzle one? Oh no, this one's critical strikes, but we don't really do direct damage too much. We can, obviously we have our undead nukes and our life taps, but honestly, I don't use those a great deal. So, what do we have here? We have a dater. So all these daters in the front are the melee variety. When we got a little deeper in the back, that's when we started seeing the caster types, and even I almost died a couple of times because there's like SK ones, daters that are SKs, and they almost one-shot me. Okay, so let's get this guy, both of these guys loaded up. I might as well just kill them both at the same time, I suppose. Let's see. All right, my pet still has augment. I forgot where I am. What did we put on him? We gotta get a leech off. Why is he attacking my pet? Okay, so this guy, we're gonna go ahead and load him up and then end with another life leech, I suppose. I gotta get another snare off on him. But we'll switch sides before we do that. So let's switch sides here. Get another snare going. Hopefully I didn't miss any dots, otherwise he's not going to die before the snare goes off. And we'll wait one more world tick. Alright, that's good enough. We'll get the another life leech going. Did I get hit? Whoops. Alright, now we're good to go. So this guy's snare should last long enough for him to die before it wears out. Should. Let's see what dots we still have on him. We still have the full works on him. It's much easier to run around. You don't even have to fear anymore. You can just sit. You know when the world ticks are happening. And so you could just move around and sit. You don't even really need to fear. Fearing's nice, but if you could just run and sit on the world ticks, then, it's kind of just a waste of mana. And it's a little bit less control over the situation. I like to control which direction they're going. Oh. Worth it. Okay, so he should die. I'm not sure when we're going to get respawns. I'm not really timing anything. But the respawns in here are long. They are very long. So these ghost dudes, the ghost looking dudes, and also the rock dudes drop the shards. I wonder if I could just spam this. I wonder if I can reach him before he gets off the stairs. Cool. The lucid shards to get the key to VT. I think you need 8 of them from 8 different zones. And the raids aren't going to open up until January 1st. And then I think Planes of Power doesn't come out until September 1st, I guess, next year. So more than a month from now. I mean, more than a month. More than a year from now. So, it's going to be a long Lucklin, but it is what it is. See, the lucid shards makes me just want to say Lucelin, you know what I mean? Lucid shard? Isn't that what they're called? Lucid shards? Lukid shards for Luklin. I gotta look at that again. Maybe I'm tripping. So, a bad part about in here, the XP is pretty good in here. It looks like our thing wore out, our snare wore out, but we'll just take him down here. Here we go. We got a respawn. This guy's gonna start, well, did my, what do we have on him? We still have a splurt on him. We need him to start running so I can grab this other dude. I'm not gonna re-snare him at this point. All right, there we go. So let's grab this guy. 1 second, let me see. Oh. ZBrushed is starting a stream. So I wouldn't mind going and watching ZBrush. What is that? Oh, we have a caster here. Let's see if we can get this fear off. Probably not. Oh, we did. Gotta keep a fear on him. So we do not get casted on. I'm gonna use a shorter dot, and then I'll leech him afterwards. The leech is kind of long, and I want to get this fear off before he breaks and casts on me again. So we got it there. Using our clicky to get some spells off more quickly, but I don't really want to wear it all the time. Oh yeah, so I don't have my boots on, right? But it feels like I'm wearing boots. You know, you move fast. So then you feel better. You feel better about wearing your staff or using your staff while you're... Oh shit, I forgot this guy's a caster. Yeah, I gotta fear him again. All right. So you feel better about using your fungi staff because you're not like, I'm gonna lose my boots and that sucks ass. Now, one more thing I can't wait to get, I think, is Dire Charm. As long as it works as I expect it to. No, go attack him. I definitely need to... Oh, I love the faster augment death. It is such a long cast. If you need to do it mid-combat, it's kind of tough. Even with a mob that's snared, they're going to catch up to you. I don't really want to hang out down here too much because we're going to start getting respawns. But the... extended enhancement or whatever I have for the faster buffs is just it's great. It's quick. It really helps out a lot. Let's find out exactly what it is that I do have. Is it on the Afridi's enhancement haste too? Yeah. So it's not extended enhancement. That's what makes it last longer. It's enhancement haste too. So the spell limit is 44. So my haste, I think, is level 44, to be honest. I mean, we could look that up. Let's see. I think it'll tell you here. What level it is? 39. Oh, shit. We're in this predicament again. He's going to run right now. But it's level 39, so it fits underneath the... So what you would need is, you need a higher level gear. You need better gear. And then you can get like enhancement haste 3, which will up that threshold of level 44. It'll up it to, spells above probably 60 or something like that. So that anything will count in there for you, or maybe 55, I don't really know. All right, we're starting to get respawns. Let's grab this guy before his friend spawns so we don't have to juggle 2 more. It's a little extra on the mana when I gotta juggle 2. It's easier to just maintain your mana pool when you only got 1. And you don't have to run around as much. You're chicken with your head cut off. Speaking of ZBrush, starting his Twitch stream right now. He's one of the artists for Monsters and Memories. But, you know, I've been doing some videos covering Monsters and Memories and all that. And, man, dude, some people in the comments, bro. Like, you guys are wild. It's not probably you guys, but I don't know who it is, actually. I'm trying to figure out who is it. Who is so angry about Monsters and Memories? Who hates it so much? It's like, I don't know if it's EverQuest players that are just like, not my EQ or what, or if it's, I don't know, players of other MMOs, but there's some haters out there, pretty bad. And I'm trying to just say, like, if you don't like it, cool. Like, don't watch videos about it. What are you doing, weirdo? Go watch videos about something you like, bro. Get out of here. And it's all right to just have a neutral or even a negative, you know, opinion. It's fine. But some people just come in hot, you know, and it's just like, dude, I don't need that. Relax. There's plenty of people. Believe it or not, I have adult conversations with some people who don't like it. Or who are just like, I don't like these aspects of it. Or who are just like, I'm just not interested until it's fully fleshed out. You know, which will be probably a couple of years from now. They're in alpha right now. They're going to go through beta. They're going to go through EA. And then they'll come out with their 1.0. But it's going to be a while. So, I mean, that's perfectly fine. That doesn't mean we can't have a conversation about it. You know what I mean? People are just so emotional. All right. So we're doing pretty good here. I haven't been watching the AA. I wish I had the AA per hour working. I'm not sure what I need to do. If you've gotten it to work, please let me know. I have the most recent Nillipus, but which is the UI, but it's I've updated it since, and it still does not give me my AA per hour. That's something I would definitely like to get figured out. I don't know what to do. I'm sure maybe there's just something I need to do in the files. Not really sure. But I would like to know my AA per hour, and that can, you know, help me decide where I like to go. Now, truth be told, I am utilizing a spot that was tipped off to me by one of my real-life friends, and I took an oath, you know, not to do it in any videos or anything, because, you know, he showed it to me. He said, I would appreciate it if you don't, like, spread this around, because I'd like it to be available sometimes. And if, you know, you spread it around, there might be increased traffic there. And when I want to get in and grind it out, I won't be able to. So I'm going to 100% agree to that and not, you know, not blow up his spot or anything like that. Not to say my viewer base is massive or anything, but even a couple of people, you know. And, you know my spots. I dig on the sisters a lot. You know how I love the sisters in Ocean of Tears, and I didn't invent the spot or anything like that. But I've been grinding that since P99 Blue, and I've made videos on it back in P99 Blue, and then P99 Green, and then Quarm. I've made a lot of videos on it. And so you know me. Like, I'll share my spots. If it's taken, it's taken. I don't really care too much, but I definitely want to respect my friend's request. And in fact, if he's there, I'm here doing this either in Akeva ruins or I got stuff to do. I want to collect my lucid shards. I'm not in a hurry or anything like that. Like I said, the raids don't come out until the 1st. I would like to start raiding. It's a little tough to find time for that, but I would like to start raiding now that we're in, you know, Luckland. This is when shit gets real. And anything you get in Luckland and Pop is going to erase, for better or for worse, it's going to erase everything that you've done in the Classic or Kunark or Velius. That's just how it is. I mean, if you got some of the, if you got like Helm of Ralazek, Blade of Carnage, Scepters of Destruction, Flayed Barbarian Skin Leggings, like some of these things are going to stand the test of time for a while, but outside of, you know, handful of items. What am I doing? Oh yeah, outside of a handful of items. Your stuff's kind of gonna get replaced pretty quickly when it comes to Luckland and Pop, and those go along the lines. That's kind of along the lines of why there's some people who are, you know, for the most part against Luckland and Pop. They like the Trinity, the trilogy of that P99 offers, and I respect that. I fully understand that, and sometimes I like that too. But sometimes you've had enough of that, and sometimes small. I don't know how small it is. It might not be that small, but sometimes some differences really do help, like instances for rating. You know, it's not picks like in TLPs where you have a billion of each zone and people are spread out everywhere. It's just so that you can get in there with your guild and get some raid boss kills and your guild can get geared out. Sharing raids in open world is a little tough. It's a little tough. And then it gets poopsaki and it gets very alpha male and one guild to rule them all those kind of things. And it's tough to share and stuff like that. And then it gets gatekeepy and all this kind of stuff. So it's a little tough. I like to just avoid all of that, and I think instanced raiding is really good. Now, if they went as far as to have like instanced dungeons, it's probably not healthy. We do have some PvP dungeons. They removed some when the server came back from being down. They removed some of the. I guess I should just look at what weapons these guys got. Anything? They removed some of that. Like, for instance, I was doing Karner's Castle PvP a good amount. I was doing Dreadlands PvP a good amount. And those no longer exist. So, it's probably for the better. I was utilizing them because they were there. But it's probably for the better. So, no argument for me or anything. It is what it is. In fact, a lot of the things that got removed when we went down, I'm actually happy about. I should have splurted him. I didn't get splurred off yet. I'm not, what's going on? Oh. I'm not happy that people got, their class race combos removed. That sucks. That's not fun. But it's a necessary evil, I suppose. It's not the end of the world, but it feels bad for sure. But, time heals all wounds. We'll move on. I say will when I wasn't part of it. I didn't lose a race class combo, but you know what I mean. So, hey, that one dropped money. Look at that. I looted 4 platinum, 4 gold off of that one. Why don't they all drop money? What? Oh, some of them do drop money. So is it just the daters that don't drop money? Let's look at this. I didn't notice this. So 4 plat 4 gold's pretty good. I thought they don't drop money at all here, and that was like a huge downside of the dungeon. But let's see what happens. Let's keep an eye on that. Now, obviously, if you get some Sentai weapons, then you can make some money. Most of them aren't that desired, except for the longsword. But I don't know. We can see how much they vendor for. And if not, I'm sure you could, sell them to someone, some low level. That'll just give you a little something, something for him. Or somebody's alt. So see, he didn't drop money. So, okay. So that was a dater. So let's just pay attention to that. This is a 2-pole. So we should be getting this here. So I guess we'll just wait for it. Let's buff our pet again so I don't forget. And this seems pretty comfortable. We'll put the fungal regrowth on. And we'll just sit here and wait for the respawn. So we're already 10 days into August. 10 days into August. Pretty wild. Time is flying. Where can we go next? So this is Akeva ruins. All obviously, let's look up again. Can we? Yeah, this over here. I really gotta just like put the. I don't want it to like be intrusive. In fact, I'd rather have the map off. But at the same time, I'd like to talk about it, and I have nowhere to put it. There we go. We'll put it there for now. You can kind of see it. Not really. So you can see the map here. It's just a bunch of more of the same, but there's traps all over the place. The raid boss is back here. Yeah. But there's a bunch of stuff going on all over the place. So what is going on here? Where are my respawns? See, so Baron Classic's back. Baron Classic. So I don't know, my title is back. Let's get Archlich out. Since we're full mana. I'm just gonna wait for these respawns. It's gotta be any second now, right? I mean... It's gotta be. So the raid, I guess it's easier to see when you don't have like night vision on. Oh, here's something. Let's grab this guy. Let me get my spell out here. Let's remove this. This is going to be a caster. He shouldn't be able to see me when he's downstairs. As soon as he's up here, let's get the pet on him. Let's get a fear going. Think we can get a leech off in time? No shot. Oh yeah? Oh no. Shit. Oh, he's coming back. Let's get ready to get in. Well, that's unfortunate, but let's get another fear going. These stones actually are annoying because, like, if they're behind any of these little stones, like, you can't cast on them. Or you gotta start your cast at least ahead of time. Alright, we got our leech on them. Let's get around the corner. Let's LOS them. Okay, so apparently my title goes away when I'm in Spectre form. It's probably a bug. That's what's happening. So we're probably going to get this guy. We did not get him. So let's back him up. We do want to grab him, though, before his friend shows up. We should have time. Let's wait for this guy to run so he doesn't cast on us. There he goes. Think we could reach him from here? No shot. So this one is a dater. So let's pay attention. Oh. It be what it be. You have not recovered yet. So let's see if this guy gives coin. He does. Huh. So that actually makes me curious. I wonder if that's like a bug that they don't drop coin, or if that's how it was. I don't recall. What else do we need on this guy? We need leech. In here. Let's get his friend screamed, and then let's get a leech going. Where am I? And what we'll do is we'll just get a fast. I mean, I'm killing them close together, but it is what it is. We'll get a fast snare off on this guy. That's an envenomed bolt. We will not get a fast snare off on him. I was pushing the wrong button. So what we're going to do is we are going to scream him. And we'll use the free snare. So what have you guys been doing? Let me know. How have you guys been hanging out in Luckland? What's going on? What zones are you hanging out in? Are you soloing? Are you grouping? Are you leveling a character? Did you start a kitty cat? The old Vashir. Are you grinding AAs? If so, how many do you have? Where are you doing it? What happened to my corpse? He must have had nothing on him. I know there's still like Velx is the place, man. Everybody's still in Velx. Who all Velcator? Cut short. Pure 60s. There's a 58 in there, a 55 cleric, and the rest are 60s. And it's just little old me hanging out. Nobody's come in. Nobody's... I guess you can't leave if I'm in here by myself. Got the zone to myself. Just chilling out max. You'd think somebody would be in here getting a shard, but everybody probably got their shards in the first week. We're on week number 2 now. We're 10 days into August, like I said. So people got their shards. Probably like the ones who were in such a hurry to get them, even though we're not getting raids for, you know, more than 3 months from now. Just get them out of the way. I'm going to get them slowly over the next 3 months. Just grinding AAs all by my lonesome. Not really. I got the shard in a group. I'm just kidding. But I might get them while soloing. The one in Sanctus Saru I may get while soloing. I kind of want to get a group in there though. Ooh. That's a 2-pull. I'll wait for one of these guys to go away. I'm at a cam pull too. You know, you can kind of take a look, see if anybody's wearing a weapon. Nobody's wearing a weapon. So this is where we were hanging out. We were hanging out in this room right here. And we were killing all this stuff. And then just to the left here is the rock dudes. I don't see any sorts of weapons on anybody. You don't typically walk into a weapon like we did in the beginning of this video. Doesn't typically happen. Let's go ahead and snag this guy. It is a diter, so we're okay. Pretty chill though. I don't know. I think in Luckland it becomes a little bit harder for people to solo. I think mobs, you know, like it is in every expansion, mobs have a little more life, mobs do a little more damage, especially, you know, when you're at this level. These guys are, I think they're pretty up there in levels. I think they're like high 40s. I think we can check that out. Scope it out while we kite this guy around. There are 5 different kinds. These guys come as wizards, warriors. No, there's 2 different warriors. So wizards, warriors, shadow knights, and monks. The monks are wild. Those must be in the back. They got 13,000 hit points. Opposed to the wizards are pretty low. They got half of that. Or the shadow knights actually are low on life. So the warriors, which are the ones that we're doing, they sit between 8,800 and 9,800. Did I not leech this guy? Don't get hit. Don't get hit. I like to live dangerously. right, so we got a pull right here. Blah, blah, blah. Magic resist 35. They are level... Well, these in the front, I'm assuming, are the lower ones. So they're between 47 to 51. So we're killing mobs level 47 to 51. The warriors that you find deeper in, I'm not sure where they are. They're not in this room, because those are Shadow Knights and shit. The ones deeper in are going to be 49 to 53 and have 1,000 more HP. Shadow Knights are the lowest at 6,700. And as long as you don't let them harm touch you, you're good to go. What else do I need to do? Life Leech again? Yes. But just chill leveling. So what I figured out is, by the sounds of it, I've not grouped much, but I have grouped a little bit. And by the sounds of it, in a group, grinding it out, you can get like 1 AA per hour if you're doing well. If your group is doing good. If you're in one of these Velks groups just shredding. But if you are doing the solo dolo thing, it seems to be accurate. What I said in the last one, when you're doing the solo thing, you're getting about 1 AA every 2 hours if you're keeping a good pace. And you're killing high enough level mobs. I do know that level 45 mobs are dark blue as well. I'm not sure where the cutoff is with dark blues, but 45s are dark blues. But obviously, a 59 is a dark blue as well, right? I'm level 60, so a 59 is going to be dark blue. But also a 45 is dark blue, and anything in between, right? So they're not all going to give equal experience. And then on top of that, we also have the Zem of the zone to keep in mind. So depending on what you're soloing is going to depend on how you're doing. But 1 AA every 2 hours seems to be, you know, pretty on par for me. That's what I seem to be doing. What's the pet doing here? Okay. So it's slower, absolutely. It takes twice as long. But again, you know, if you just want to jump in for a quick hour or whatever you want to do, if you don't want to look for a group, if all the groups are taken, if you're sitting there with LFG on, waiting to get an invite, whatever it might be, you can go. I could have LFG on right now and just sit here soloing until someone hits me up, you know. And I'm a Necro, so nobody will ever hit me up, probably. It's just how it works. So yeah, I would have to actively try to find a group or something, show up in Velks and, you know, make my presence known and ask everybody, or just hang out with the boys on Discord or whatever. I'm not saying I can't get a group. I'm just saying if I just put on LFG, I'm not going to get a group. As a Necro, it doesn't seem to work like that too much. You got to just be a little more active than that, and you'll get a group. But ask a lot of Necros, and they'll just be like, I kind of rather just solo most of the time. I'll get a group here and there. Now, this is a bad example of reaping the benefits of soloing for the most part, because they're not really dropping cash too much. But when they are dropping cash, and they are dropping weapons and such, soloing is definitely a nice option. You're loading up on all the weapons. You're loading up on all the plat drops, which are actually becoming significant. You know, we've seen me on some of these, you get 4.5 plat. So if they are consistently dropping weapons and plat and everything, soloing definitely does feel a lot better. You're sacrificing experience for riches. So it just depends on what you're looking for. I'm trying to actually stockpile a little bit of cash. Waiting for the bazaar to open up. I guess I can say this now. Today, the day of this recording, while I was at work, Secrets did a live stream And so I listened in on Secrets' live stream today, August 10th. And during the live stream, Secrets multiple times said that not to expect the bazaar this week, not to expect the bazaar next week, but she's actively working on the bazaar. Was doing a little bit of work on it and explaining what needs to be done in order to get the bazaar up and running in the stream. That was kind of the point of the stream. That and we'll just say that. And so, you know, just kind of, you know, she had some shit to say, said it, and then also gave us some insight on the bazaar. So it was good to know. You know, there's complications that come with it. We weren't expecting Luckland to drop for another 4 months or whatever, 5 months. What was it? 5 months? So, you know, kind of being like, it needs to go now. You know, there were some complications with that. And then more complications arose when Daybreak said, oh, and by the way, you're gonna have a cap on the amount of people you can have in the zone. Wait, what? What happened? What happened there? Oh shit, he's casting on me. No. Save me, pet. Oh shit, he rooted my ass. Okay. Oh no. Ah, save me. Is he casting on me again? Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. I've got a dot on. I'm dead, boys. I'm dead. Ugh. Well, that's a way to end it. I guess we'll end it there. What a bitch. Okay. Oh, this guy's got his epic already? No way. I guess you could work on it ahead of time, right? Yeah, you could probably work on it ahead of time. He's got his Beast Lord epic. Alright. You can see how fast I run. So now getting back to my corpse ain't no thing. I don't need to get a sow, dude. We're just gonna run back we're gonna run back and get our corpse. You know what does suck? Oh yeah, that actually. What doesn't suck is we're gonna aggro a ton of shit trying to get back into that. Let me get what do I need? Let's get levitate and let's get invis. What sucks is not having armor on. You're gonna aggro a ton of shit. Well, that is dark. Nothing we can't fix with a little Skin of the Shadow. And also Deadman Floating would have handled that as well. Wait, what? Oh, really? Oh yeah, there was invis, you numbnuts. We'll wait to cast it until we get into danger, though.
Anyway,
So about the bazaar, yeah, it's not going to come out for a while. There's complications, and then either, you know, they weren't ready, and then complications got added on top of it. They wanted to come out with the server and not like gatekeep the server until the bazaar was ready, because then, you know, wouldn't you rather just be playing and getting some AAs while we wait for the bazaar instead of being like, sorry, the server's not coming up solely because the bazaar's not ready. Also, you know, Secrets, you know, obviously expressed that she's got a full-time job, and that comes first. And then you come home and you know, you work on this as a hobby. And sometimes you want to come home and just kind of veg out, you know? You don't always want to come home straight into work. So long story short, working on it. Was working on it a bit today on stream. Nothing crazy from a visual aspect or anything, but kind of explained. Got to get things working. It's dealing with inventory, right? And you want to make sure. The reason it's going to take a couple weeks is they need to trial and error a few things, and they need to make sure that all of the systems are working correctly. The last thing you want to do is go live with it and then find out there's some way to dupe stuff or stuff goes missing or anything like that, right? Because these characters are going to be offline. And you just, you know, and I don't know, there's just a lot of intricate parts to it. And the last thing you want to do is to go live too soon without fully testing everything and then stuff like, because a dupe can break the server, you know, especially if like some people know about it and some people don't. And, you know, it exists for too long and you can't really do a rollback. You're going to piss everybody off doing a rollback. You've probably, maybe you've seen what happened in, what is it? What was it? Yellowknack? No. I don't even remember what server. Maybe it was Yellowknack. I don't remember what server it was. The one that got the dupe, though, the TLP that got the dupe. Another lucid shard drops here off these raptors. This cave can be either tribal dudes or raptors. You have to make sure that it's on the raptor rotation. And then they drop them. Anyways, yeah. Or maybe the tribal dudes drop them too. I don't know. Because they've made, you know, quality of life improvements. So maybe they do. What do I know? Anyways, I might die again here. So I guess let's just watch me maybe die. I could pull out a pet for extra safety. Should I do that? I should probably pull out a pet for some extra safety. I guess I'll do that. Once we zone over right here. You think we can go through this thing? Yeah. Look at this ogre shaman. Huge. Toads. Alright, so we're entering Maiden's Eye. So when you zone, like, just turns the map on, or what? Let's go ahead and get our spells going. And we'll get our pet out. So what I can do with the pet is, the pet can buy me time, because there's mobs that are guarding... There are mobs that are guarding... where's the sucker in this zone? Right here. Right. Just let me know if there's a box. Oh, like that I click? Oh, okay. I probably got to be in your group, but maybe not. What was that? Yeah, so we're just testing something out for this guy. So let's see. But if I have a pet, I can't be invis. So let's see where this puts me. But I'm going to tell him no box. Yeah, it puts me here. Def. Oops. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and get out of there. Alright, so do we not bring a pet? Let's get a pet out. I think it's a better option to get the pet out because these mobs see invis. And there's a mix of undead and live guarding the door. So whether you have undead invis or live invis, something's going to see you. It's all going to run at you. They're going to stun you and fuck you up. And I don't have gear or anything. You do not have bone chips. Oh, yeah. I mean, duh. Okay. Should have thought of that. Okay, we're doing the invis route. We're gonna get hammered. I'm probably gonna die, so I want to make sure to keep recording. Sorry to hold you hostage, but watch me die. I really need to get essence emeralds, and nobody wants to be sacrificed right now because everybody's getting AA experience. They're not getting normal experience, right? So nobody wants to be sacrificed anymore. This is something I expressed a long time ago. So there's a lot of traps all over the zone. There's traps everywhere that spawn mobs. They spawn grubs or undead or bats. you name it. So you try to avoid the traps. I like to get up in the air. What the fuck was that? And I just try to avoid the traps. You can see it in the chat if it says you like trip on a stone or something gets unearthed or yada yada. What is this? Cannot see me. So this is the route I take to try to avoid all of that shit. There's a lot. If you take the wrong route, you just spawn non-stop stuff. And some of the stuff that you spawn is undead. Like this guy. Okay, so this is our place. And those are all the guards. It appears I may be able to thread the needle and not aggro the undead shit on the outside. Not likely. And if I get stunned, I'm cooked. My defense is maxed now, by the way. That's right. Okay. How we doing? How we doing? No shot. Oh, we threaded that needle, baby. Okay, well, I held you hostage for no reason. I thought we were going to die. Usually you aggro that shit. Oh. Well, no, I'm invis. These guys are normal. Yeah. All right. We did it. I need the essence emeralds. Nobody wants to be sacrificed, right? So I need the bazaar to hurry up and get here, which is, like I've been explaining, is going to be more than 2 weeks. But I need that to hurry up and get here so that I could just buy essence emeralds out of the bazaar so that I could res myself when I die, because that's what I do on this character. I die, and then I just don't I just don't get reses. I just, you know, loot all my shit and get out of here. To be honest, at level 60, XP is like really fast. If I sit in here killing stuff, I'll max out XP in like 20 mobs. I mean, it really doesn't take that long. Or what I'll do, like I've explained in previous, is I'll go to Alt Advanced and I'll just knock it down to 90%, and I'll just keep grinding. And it's gonna take hours, but it'll slowly, you know, as long as you don't die like super often, I'll get back to max probably before I die again. But we'll see. Anyways, we're up to 90%. It would be nice if I stuck around and finished that one, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and end it there on a death. I'll think of where to go next. I don't know. There's plenty of zones. We'll figure something out. But until then, I will see you in the next video.